King Estmere. Hearken to me, gentlemen, come and you shall hear. I'll tell you of two of the boldest brethren that ever born ye were. The ton of them was Adler young, the t'other was King Estmere. They were as bold men in their deeds as any were far and near. As they were drinking ale and wine within King Estmere's hall, when will ye marry a wife, brother, a wife to glad us all? Then bespake him King Estmere, and answered him hastily, I know not that lady in any land that's able to marry with me. King Adland hath a daughter, brother, men call her bright and sheen. If I were king here in your stead, that lady should be my queen. Says, read me, dear brother, throughout merry England, where we might find a messenger betwixt us two to send. Says, you shall ride yourself, brother, I'll bear you company. Many through false messengers are deceived, and I fear lest so should we. Thus the rantished them to ride of two good ranched steeds. When they came to King Adland's hall, of red gold shone their weeds. When they came to King Adland's hall, before the goodly gate, there they found good King Adland reeling himself thereat. Now Christ thee save, good King Adland, now Christ you save and see. Said you be welcome, King Estmere, right heartily to me. You have a daughter, said Adler young, men call her bright and sheen. My brother would marry her to his wife, of England to be his queen. Yesterday was at my dear daughter, Sir Bremer, the King of Spain, and then she nicked him of nay, and I doubt she'll do you the same. The King of Spain is a foul paynim, and leaveth on me hound, and pretty it were that fair lady should marry a heathen hound. But grant to me, says King Estmere, for love I you pray, that I may see your daughter dear before I go hence away. Although it is 7 years and more since my daughter was in hall, she shall come once down for your sake, to glad my guests all. Down then came that maiden fair, with ladies laced in pall, and 100 of bold knights, to bring her from bower to hall, and as many gentle squires to tend upon them all. The talents of gold were in her head set, hanged low down to her knee, and every ring on her small finger shone of the crystal free. Says, God you save, my dear madam, says, God you save and see. Said, you be welcome, King Estmere, right welcome unto me. And if you love me as you say, so well and heartily, all that ever you are coming about, soon sped now it shall be. Then mistake our father dear, my daughter, I say nay. Remember well the King of Spain, what he said yesterday. He would pull down my halls and castles and relieve me of my life. I cannot blame him if he do, if I relieve him of his wife. Your castles and your towers, father, are strongly built about, and therefore of the King of Spain we need not stand in doubt. plight me your troth now, King Estmere, by heaven and your right hand, that you will marry me to your wife, and make me queen of your land. Then King Estmere, he plight his troth by heaven and his right hand, that he would marry her to his wife, and make her queen of his land. And he took leave of that lady fair, to go to his own country, to fetch him dukes and lords and knights, that married they might be. They had not ridden scant a mile forth of the town, but in did come the King of Spain, with camp as many one. But in did come the King of Spain, with many a bold baron, torn they to marry King Adland's daughter to other day, to carry her home. She sent one after King Estmere, in all speed might be, that he must either turn again and fight, or go home and lose his lady. While then the page he went, another while he ran, till he had o'ertaken King Estmere. I wish he never bran. Tidings, King Estmere. What tidings now, my boy? What tidings I can tell you, that will you sore annoy. You had not ridden scant a mile out of the town, but in did come the King of Spain, with camp as many a one. But in did come the King of Spain, with many a bold baron, turn they to marry King Adland's daughter, they to carry her home. My lady fair, she greets you well, and evermore well be me. You must either turn again and fight, or go home and lose your lady. Says, read me, dear brother, my reed shall ride at thee, whether it is better to turn and fight, or go home and lose my lady. Now hearken to me, says Adler young, and your reed must rise at me. I quickly will devise a way to set the lady free. My mother was a western woman, and learned in grammar. When I learned at school, something she taught it me. There glows in hereby within this field, and if it were but known, his color which is white and red will make it black and brown. His color which is brown and black, he will make it red and white. That sword is not in all England, upon his coat will bite. And you shall be a harper, brother, out of North Country, and I'll be your boy, so faint of fight, and bury your harp by your knee. And you shall be the best harper that ever took harp in hand, and I will be the best singer that ever sung in this land. It shall be written in our foreheads, all in and gramarye, that we two are the boldest men that are in our Christian. And thus they writeth them to ride on two good rentish steeds, when they came to King Adland's hall, of red gold shone their weeds. And when they came to King Adland's hall, until the fair hall yat, there they found the proud porter rearing himself thereat. Says, Christ save, thou proud porter, says, Christ thee save and see. Now you be welcome, said the porter, of what land soever ye be. We ben harpers, said Adler young, come out of the North Country. We ben come hither unto this place, this proud wedding for to see. Said, your color were white and red, as it is black and brown. I would say King Estmere and his brother were coming on till this town. Then they pulled out a ring of gold, laid it on the porter's arm, and ever we will thee, proud porter, thou wilt say us no harm. So he looked upon King Estmere, and so handed the ring. Then opened to them the fair hall yet, say let, for no king of thing. King Estmere he stabled his steed, so fair at the hall board, the forth that came from his bridle bit light in King Bramwell's beard. Says, stable thy steed, thou proud harper, says, stable him in the stall. It doth not beseem a proud harper to stable him in a king's hall. My lad, he is so little, he said, he will do naught that's meet. And is there any man in this hall will able him to beat? Thou speakest proud words, says the King of Spain. Thou harper, hear to me. There is a man within this hall will beat thy lad and thee. Oh, let that man come down, he said. A sight of him wold I see. And when he hath beaten well, my lad, then he shall beat of me. Down then came the Kempery man, and looked him in the ear. For all the gold that was under heaven, he durst not near him near. And now, how can't, said King of Spain, and how what aileth thee? He says it is written his forehead, all and in gramarye, that for all the gold that is under heaven, I dare not nae him nigh. The King Estmere pulled forth his harp and played a pretty thing. The lady upstart from the board and would have gone from the king. Stay thy harp, thou proud harper, for God's love I pray thee. For and thou plays as thou beginnest, thou'lt till my bride from me. He struck upon the harp again, and played a pretty thing. The lady laughed a loud laughter, as she sat by the king. Says, sell me thy harp, thy proud harper, and thy strings all, for as many gold nobles thou shalt have, as here be rings in the hall. What would ye do with my harp, he said, if I did sell it ye, to play my wife and be a fit, when a bed together will be? Now sell me, quoth he, thy bride so gay, as she sits by thy knee, and as many gold nobles I will give, as leave been on a tree. And what would ye do with my bride so gay, if I did sell her thee? More seemly it is for her fair body to lie by me than thee. He played again both loud and shrill, and Adler he did sing. O lady, this is thy own true love, no harper but a king. O lady, this is thy own true love, a plain thou mayst see, and I'll rid thee of thy foul venom, who parts thy love and thee. The lady looked, the lady blushed, and looked again. But Adler, he hath drawn his brand, and hath the Soldan slain. And then rose the Kempery man, and loud they gan to cry, Aye, traitors, ye have slain our king, and therefore ye shall die. King Estmere threw the harp aside, and swith he drew his brand, and Estmere he and Alder the Younger right stiff and stubble can stand, and either sword so sore can bite, through help of gramarye, that soon they have slain the Kempery man, or forced them forth to flee. King Estmere took that fair lady, and married her to his wife, and brought her home to merry England, with her to lead his life.